Hey Crystal, it's Natalie Ward, and I have made you this custom video just showing you what's going on with your website and some stuff that you can do to help improve it. So, the three things that I want to talk to you about are content, citations, and backlinks. And most likely, you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, you're occupied running a business, managing employees, visiting job sites. And me, I'm a nerd. I love this stuff. But mostly, I just really care about helping businesses grow. And I've found that sometimes the only hesitation that businesses have to hiring somebody is they don't know who is an expert, but mostly they don't know who they can trust. So I found that by giving people this free video of actual things that they can do to help impact their business has resulted in some business owners asking for my help. So if by the end of this you see that I have value to add and you want to chat further, just shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if you just want to give this to your marketing team and they can implement it themselves, that works for me too. So now let me show you the three things that will set your company above your competition. So the first thing I want to go over is content. And content is queen because Google is not a human. Behind the scenes, they've got their tiny little minion robots that are crawling the web and they're looking for keywords that are linked with a specific location to best serve their searchers. Now, you know that you need content on your homepage, and I've pulled up your homepage here, and it's really inviting and kind of relaxing. It's like aesthetically pleasing. It's semi easy to navigate. Um, but you are sitting at about just over 500 words of content, so you would definitely need to add more content. And what also counts here is what your course images are saved as. So if we look, it's just a bunch of random characters. So this could be utilized as a place to hide some of those keywords into your content. So right now, you guys would need about 1,500 to 2,000 more words of that right authoritative content that is keyword rich. I've pulled up your competition. This is Rocky Mountain Restoration, and they're sitting at just over 800 words of content. So they're totally beatable. They just put a little more effort into what's in their content. Okay, this is a little tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. It runs me a couple $100 a month, but essentially what it does is it gives me behind the scenes details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So this is your competitor here, and they're ranking for 1,500 keywords. That's giving them a traffic of 2,800 visitors per month to their site. So we can look in here and see what their keywords they're ranking for. These are not location specific, so these aren't really relevant for you. Water damage restoration Phoenix is a high intent keyword that people are searching for. 730 a month, and they're in the number 2 position. This is brand specific, so again, not really relevant for you. Water damage Phoenix, Arizona, another 270. Water damage Phoenix, 530 people are searching for that a month. Water damage restoration Mesa, 220. So you can see how these really start to add up. Okay, when we look at your site, you guys are ranking for one keyword that's giving you a traffic of about not many people to your site a month. Water damage companies, Mesa, Arizona. Nobody is searching for that exact phrase. So what happens when we come over to Google and we search for that exact high intent phrase on there, water damage restoration Phoenix. Let me see if I still have it. Okay, cool. The first thing that pops up is the ad section. And they can work, but they could also be a big money pit for you if the foundation for your website isn't dialed in. So just make sure not to burn money with Google Ads until you know for sure that your site is going to convert. Okay, so I want to move on to the second thing that I want to talk to you about, and that is citations. So what are citations? So citations are your business name, address, and phone number that are located on different directories throughout the web. So why are citations important? Well, when we scroll down past the ads, we have the Google Map Pack. And I'm sure you've seen this a million times when you're looking for a restaurant or activities. And citations are what dictates these top 3 spots. And especially in an industry like yours, that a lot of times it's an emergency service, people aren't going to move on to the next page. They're going to pick from one of these top 3 competitors. And the more citations that you have, Google sees that as a trustworthy, authoritative business in your industry. And this is where about 40% of your clicks should be coming from. So you really want to be in one of these top 3 positions. So how do you get citations? Well, there's software out there that tells you exactly where these top 3 competitors are getting those from. And we would go get you those same ones and not just stop there, get you 100 to 200 more. So you're not just beating them out, but you're sitting comfortably in one of those top spots, and it's going to take them longer to catch up to you. Right, now let's talk about the third thing that I wanted to go over with you today, and that's link juice or backlinks. And this third pillar will really help you to dominate on Google. So when we scroll past the map pack, this is the organic section here. And you can see that you guys are not number 1, but that's where you want to be. And to get there, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice or relevancy. They're pushing power to that other site. And it's kind of like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So for example, you guys are a home service-based business, right? I'm sure you get a lot of your materials from the same supplier. Say that supplier goes on their website and they give you guys a shout out that links back to your website. That is a strong, relevant backlink for you guys. So when we come back in here to Ahrefs, we can look and see that you guys have 11 backlinks, right? Not bad, but it's not dominant. When we look at Rocky Mountain Restoration, they have 2,000 backlinks that are coming from strong, relevant sources. Okay, so once again, how would we get those for you? Well, in Ahrefs, we can see, sorry, I'm jumping back and forth, exactly where they're getting their backlinks from. And we would go get you those same ones. And again, not stop there, get you more so that you're sitting comfortably in one of those top spots. All right, Krystal, this is the method to the madness. So once again, we went over content. Your front page needs at least 1,500 words of that authoritative, key-rich content. Citations, you want to have 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. Hold on, sweetie. Sorry. And then finally, link juice. You need relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google that you are the authority. All right, so where do we go from here? Like I said, if you want to pass this on to your marketing team and they can do these things themselves, I'm totally cool with that. However, if you guys want to skip the learning curve, if you want to focus your energy on your next job, call me. My phone number is 907-957-1027. All right, we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.